Hello and welcome to another Gospel Library tutorial. My name is Jared and today I'm going to show you how to make and manage notebooks in your Gospel Library. Alright, and this video is for Apple users. Android users, see our other video for how to do notebooks. So, underneath scriptures, you can see I have notes. This is where I want to go. I'm going to touch notes. At the top, there are three different tabs underneath notes that I can look at. I can go to all, which shows my most recent highlights. I can go to tags, which has where I have made all of my different tags. And then notebooks, that houses my notebooks or the different study journals that I have. Now, to add a notebook, I simply go down to that bottom yellow circle, click the plus, and I'm going to create a notebook called The Power of the Word, okay? Because I'm going to start a new gospel study on the importance of scriptures, the power of scriptures, what scriptures are, etc. So here it's at the top. If you notice where it says most recent underneath the search bar, I can touch that and I can reorganize by name, alphabetical order, right? By count, which is the most entries in a journal at the top, and then sort by most recent. That's what we're going to do for today. I typically like sorting by name. The power of the word. Now, if you look here, there are no notes in this notebook. However, I can push create note, and just like I would in a journal, just start a new journal entry or thought, general thoughts, and I'm going to say that the word is awesome. That's kind of my general thought. Save. I can create new notes or new entries in my journal. So again, yellow circle, this is what I do when I'm at church. I have a notebook for church where I will put in church and the date to help me remember when it was. And then I can write in things like so and so said this super awesome thing in his testimony that was this and this and this. Save. So here I have notes that I've created within my notebook. However, you can also add things to your notebooks while you're out and about studying. So I'm going to add to multiple screens and go to D&C 1 where I've already prepared us something to help us out. So for example, verse 37, I already have a note over that where the Lord tells us in D&C 1 to search these commandments. Now, I have some questions in here to kind of help me think, like, do I just read these commandments, these revelations, or do I search them? How well have I done in searching these commandments in the D&C? So if you look at the bottom left of this note box, dialog box here, it says add to notebook. I'm going to touch that, and I'm going to add this to the power of the word, okay? And I'm going to push save. That's one way you can do it from the note dialog box. Now, here in verse 38, I have whether by mine own voice or by the voice of my servants, it is the same. A great thing reminding me that the words of prophets are in fact the word of God. And here in this box where I can change the style and I can add a note, I can add a tag. But if you notice, there's that little journal that looks like those fancy elastic bands that go over the journal to keep them sealed. That kind of journal, I'm going to push that add to, and I'm going to select the power of the word. And if you notice off to the right, it shows the little journal next to verse 38, which shows that I have correctly added that to my journal. So I'm going to go to multiple screens. I'm going to go back to the power of the word. And aha, here we are. I have all four of these in my journal. So there's the note that was attached to verse 37 that's in there, my general thoughts and the thing I added in church, and also D&C 138, just that highlight. Those are different ways you can do it, directly from your notebook, directly from a highlight, and then directly from your note. Now, one more thing, two more things that I want to show you with this. You can rearrange the order of your notes in your notebook. So at the top right where it says edit, now you'll see that there's next to each one of my notes in my notebook, each one of the entries, there are 3 bars. If I hold my finger over those 3 bars, I can now move and rearrange the order in my notebooks. So this is really nice if you are planning a lesson or you are writing a talk, that you can change the order of scriptures or quotes or questions, etc., right here in your gospel library. And the last thing that I want to show you is that you can actually duplicate and add something to another notebook. So for example, here this church one, so-and-so said this super awesome thing. See those 3 dots in the top right of that, church 53018. I'm going to touch that. I can move that to another notebook, which is not what I want to do, but I can also duplicate this note and add it to another notebook as well. So I'm going to push duplicate, and now I'm going to add it to my church notebook. Now, if I go to my notebooks and I go find church, I should find, I think it may be here at the bottom, unfortunately, right here, so-and-so said this super awesome thing, okay? That is now in this note here in my notebook for church. So that's another cool thing that you can do, is you can add notes to multiple different notebooks, add entries to other notebooks that you think it might apply. Now, I hope that this Gospel Library tutorial was helpful for you in understanding how to use, make, and manage notebooks in your Gospel Library. I hope this is helpful as you start to write down revelation that you receive, inspiration, and organize your thoughts together.